What's going on, guys? It's Luke here. We're going to run through this trade recap really quick. We had a break-even trade today on NQ. Well, I made a tiny bit of profit today, but whole idea was kind of break even. We did end up hitting the first target we wanted. I did want to see it flush lower, but yeah, I'll run through this really quick. We also had another break even trade on an eval, but I'm going to go over that in the Discord tonight. So if you guys want to join, link will be in the pinned comment. And if you guys need a discount link to Alpha Futures or a sign up link for, I think it's just 10% off right now, link will be in the pinned comment as well. So coming into the day, I said that I want to continue to trade with the trend unless we were shown otherwise. So if we got confirmations and a clear confirmation shift to the downside, then I was going to be looking to short. But other than that, I was looking for a continuation to the upside. So coming into market open, I had seen that we had this 15-minute bullish fair value gap right here that was untapped. And I believe ES, I don't remember exactly when ES tapped it, but I know that ES filled it and NQ had left it. Let's check. ES came down shortly after and ended up filling it. But NQ had left it. And basically what happened was we had a manipulation. Trying to find market open, one sec. So market open was right here. We had an initial manipulation to the upside. We actually ended up tapping into this -4 off this leg from London down here. I'll go over that a little bit more in depth in the Discord later, but we ended up marking out that manipulation leg from earlier. We ended up tapping off that -4. And this is just something I've been incorporating a little bit more. It's not my full strategy, but just something I incorporate a little bit more standard deviation stuff if I see it in confluence with my other trading style. So basically, I seen that we tapped this level. And on ES, I seen that we were heavily starting to sell off into this 15-minute bullish fair value gap. And I figured at this point, ES was ripping below the CE point of this 15-minute bullish fair value gap, which was right here. So ES was ripping below that. And I figured that at this point, it was going to continue to dump potentially into this 1 hour gap to true day open at least, and then potentially down to London low. So I figured that ES was going to pull NQ down with it. So basically we came up, we had the tap into that level, which was just extra confluence for me. And then I want to see price rotate down into this 15-minute bullish for value gap because, again, ES was leading us bearish. So at this point, I scaled down and I was looking for an entry. And on the 2-minute was our highest time frame inverse. We inversed this gap on the 2-minute. We came back in and retraced into it. And then we kind of just hovered in this gap. And then we finally had this breakout right here. So I got the little bit of a late entry entering in and around on this breakout. I think I got filled at around 56. The screenshots in the Discord, right here. I just haven't finished posting the full executions, but yeah, it was 50. Oh, it's a little bit blurry, but it was 56 was the entry, I'm pretty sure. So anyway, I entered in on this breakout right here. I ran stops above these highs, and I've targeted my break-even point at the start of this 15-minute gap. And my idea was to see price continue to flush down lower, potentially down to true day open, London low, and lower, as long as ES was going to pull us down. So as soon as we filled that gap, I noticed that at the same time, ES was continuing to respect off of true day open. So as you can see, this was around 940, 950. And if you look at the time when it tapped into here, it was around 950 or so, right? So at this point, I figured I would go break even. We tapped into a 15-minute bullish fair value gap. We're also on ES respecting true day open. So I'm anticipating some type of bullish SMT from this point. I was actually looking for longs, but I didn't end up catching anything. I didn't see anything I liked because we ended up coming up and then just chopping for a long period of time. So basically, I'll run through this again. I had a bullish bias until proven otherwise. I seen that we had this 15-minute unfilled, so I figured maybe it was going to get filled before we had a continuation up. Obviously, I would have ideally just liked to take longs off this gap, but we ended up tapping into that level up there. We had the 2-minute inverse to the downside. We came back in, retested it. We had ES leading bearish, so I wanted to see ES kind of pull us lower. We enter in on the break right here. Obviously, I could have gotten an earlier entry, but I wanted to get that extra confirmation. Ran stops above the high, move my stops to break even as soon as we tap into that 15-minute gap, because at this point I'm anticipating we could have a reversal. On top of that, ES is bouncing off of true day open, so I'm anticipating a potential reversal at this point. So from here, we get stopped out break even on this huge candle to the upside right here around 956. At this point, again, I wanted to look for longs, but I just didn't end up getting the opportunity. And then from there, price just chopped and slowly fell. And now we're starting to recover. So other than that break even, again, we had the eval trade, went long in and around here, moved stops at these internal highs, and then got taken out break even. But I'll go a little bit more in depth in the Discord. But just to run through it really quick, we tapped 15-minute CE. We had an inverse on the lower time frame, stops to break even after we swept this internal high right here. I wanted to see all this get run, and then we ended up getting taken out break even. But anyway, that's it for me, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Until the next one, give me a like, subscribe. comment in the video. Links are all in the pinned comment in the description. Hopefully we get some good price action with FOMC after that and everything, cleans up. But that's it for me. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.